Welcome to the third lesson in our unit Measure of Central Tendency. So today we're going to be talking about calculating the median. Before we move forward, I just wanted to mention something that I think might be helpful in our previous lesson. When you're trying to find the mean, I always add the group of numbers that I'm working with to find the sum at least twice, because sometimes when we're adding a series of numbers or many numbers, it's easy to drop one or maybe double one. So I'd suggest always adding the set of numbers, the data set, at least twice. All right, so let's move on. Today, it says the middle number of the data set is known as the blank. And today we're going to be working with the median. At the intro lesson, or the beginning lesson, we mentioned that the median in a road is the middle lines that you see, either the yellow lines or white lines in the middle of the road. So median also kind of looks like the word medium, which is also would be the middle of small and large. So that's exactly what it is. It's the middle number. We find the median, the middle number, after the data set has been put in order from least to greatest. If there are two numbers in the middle, we find the mean, which is the average of the two middle numbers in a set of data. So we're going to start off with an odd data set, an odd number of items in our data set, because it's easiest to find the middle. If there's an odd number, there's going to be exactly one middle number. And if there are two numbers, an even set, we're going to have to find the average of those two numbers. So we'll get to that after we work with example A. Example A says use a set of data from example A to find the median of the quiz scores. Be sure to show your work. So what we absolutely need to do before we find the median is put our data in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to start with the number 3, that's the smallest, and I like to kind of check them off as I go. And there's another 3, so we want to make sure we show both of them. I don't see a 4, so now I see 1, 2, 3 5s. And then I also see 2 6s. And that leaves us with 2 7s. So just to double check, make sure I have all my data, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers in my data set. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers that I've listed from least to greatest. So now I know I have all the numbers. One of the ways that a teacher has described, a teacher in the 6th grade has described how you can find the middle number is by using something called closing the curtain. So I'm going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to cross off the first number at the beginning, and starting from the end, I'm going to cross off the first number at the end. Second number from the beginning, second number from the end. Third number from the beginning, third number from the end. Fourth number from the beginning, fourth number from the end, and sure enough, there's exactly one number left. So our median in an odd set of data, meaning that I have 9 sets of data, 3, 5, 7, 9, those are all odd numbers. Our median number is the number 5. And it's very important that I put the data from least to greatest. Otherwise, I might have thought that 6, because 6 is a middle number in this data set if I just leave it alone. So we don't want to use that. We want to make sure that it's in order from least to greatest. So now let's look at the examples. You're going to be given 2 examples, and it says, using the data sets below, show your work and calculate the median. And this line should probably be over here. Whoops. So we'll draw that over here instead. Your answer will place it here. So I'd like you to take a moment and put the data in order. If you look at our data set in order, this is what you should have. And there should be 7 numbers or 7 original numbers in the data set, and sure enough, we've listed 7 numbers. So again, if we use that method, we're closing the curtain. First number for the beginning, first number from the end. Second number from the beginning, second number from the end. Third number from the beginning, third number from the end, and we have one middle number. So our median is 8. So we will save B for our quiz. I'd like you to complete that one on your own. So now let's look forward and see what we do when we have an even set of data. Let's turn to the next page. As mentioned, sometimes we're given an even number of data items. So let's explore how to find the median in this situation. So we're going to start just like we did before. We're going to put our data set in order from least to greatest. So we're going to start with our least value, which I see is 66%, followed by 75%, followed by 78%, and you can pause the video and continue writing the numbers on a separate sheet of paper. All right, hopefully you have these numbers in order. So now we're going to start closing the curtain. We are going to cross off the first number from the beginning and the first number from the end, the second number from the beginning and the second number from the end. And now we can see if we cross off both of those numbers, we will not have anything. So these two numbers are in the middle together. And if you recall what we said at the opening, if you have two numbers, then you need to find the average or the mean of those two numbers. So we're going to add those two numbers. We have 78 plus 80, which gives us 158. And so I now have a sum. This is my sum. And to find the average or the mean, I have to take that sum and divide it by the number of data items. So in this case, the number of data items is just 2. We're only working with the two middle numbers. So we're going to take 158 and divide it by 2. 2 will not go into 1, but it will go into 15 7 times. And 7 times 2 is 14. Drop down 1 in the 8, and 2 goes into 18 9 times. So we're left with 79. So let's look at this logically. Would it be true that in between the middle of 78 and 80 is the number 79? And that is true. So this makes logical sense. The median is 79% for this problem. So what I'd like you to do is complete letter C and letter D on the quiz, the attached quiz. And at the end, please write how you would describe to someone how to find the median. See you next lesson. Bye-bye.